they ask you how you are, you just have to say.
Hello and welcome to another video. Today it's gonna be a little more relaxed than usual. I'm here drinking my tea and I wanted to talk about Inktober and my plans for Inktober and what I'm gonna be using in terms of art supplies. So let's get to it. Okay, so here we have a few of the art supplies I'll be using. Probably not all of them at once, but these are my general inking supplies and things like that. So I just have a sketchbook here with Inktober on it. It's just non-ink Posca marker, so it might rub off. Here's some stickers I have in the front, and I just want to swatch some of my supplies in the back, so I have a nice reference point to what they actually look like on normal paper. So let's flip to a normal page, and I think I'll do them over here. So here are some inking markers that I have. Okay, maybe first of all, for sketching, I like to use the Prismacolor Color Eraser, just because they erase quite nicely and they look nice under the ink. I love sketching in color and they don't leave any graphite behind. So this is actually Tuscan Red. I also have blue that I really enjoy using. So that's Prismacolor. Mangaka pens. So these three are all actually the same because I bought a pack of them and I started using them simultaneously, and now I don't know which one is running out of ink. So they're the medium, and this one is the fine. Then we have some Copic liners. So this one is just a black one, and it's 0.3, just black multi-liner. I will swatch all of these in a second. And here we have the same liner, but in sepia, so it's kind of a brown color. We also have Uni Pin fine liner. So this one is 0.5 and it's also in, I think they call it sepia color. It's kind of like similar to, oh yeah, it is sepia. Where was it? Here. So it's similar to the Copic one, although they're slightly different browns. This I'm not sure how much I'll be using. This is from the same brand as Mangaka pens. This is the Zig Art and Graphic Twin marker. So on one side it has like a felt tip, and then on the other side there's a brush tip. This is more for rough work. I wouldn't use it for more refined stuff. And then we just have some like random, they're both actually from solicitor companies, and they're just big ink pens. I sometimes use them for details. They are not waterproof. Everything else is, as far as I know. So, yeah. And then I just have some inks. So this is one of my favorite inks to use. It's the Parker Quink. It's actually meant for fountain pens, but when you dissolve it into water and just a little bit, the colors change. So I will show you some of that soon. Then we have the Winsor & Newton Gold Metallic Bronze. So this is just a gold paint. And this is what it looks like. You need to shake it up a little bit. So that's it. And we also have this random bottle of metallic ink that I bought at my college at some point. And I think this was just mixed by the person who was selling it, and it's kind of also metallic. It can eat up the paper a little bit, so I usually use it for some little details. And whoops! And then everything else here is drawing inks, so they're just very simple, kind of cheap inks. I think these ones are Czech, and these are just drawing inks. And when you screw them, they have this little weird straw thing. It's like plastic. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. But yeah. So let's get you a little closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. and swatch these pens. And that's the fine liner. So the brush on this is not super flexible, but it's kind of nice for me because I have very shaky hands. So we can go from very thin to quite thick lines. You can see there. And this one is waterproof. So then we have the Mangaka Medium. So this one you can see is a little thicker than the other one. Where did I put it? You can see the difference there. Whoop. So here we have the Copic multiliner. So this is also waterproof. So it's just nice and thin. You can see there. And it's the same one in sepia. Then we have the Uni pen, sorry. So Uni. And then there is oh, this one's a bit dry. I used to use it a lot for live drying. I think maybe if I have it turned this way it might drop down, but you can see that's what the brush pen is. And the brush pen is actually really nice because it's quite flexible. But yeah, it's out of ink. Whoops! So here we have the big pens, ink pens. And this one is in black. It draws quite nicely. And then here we have the blue one. So that's kind of what you get. And now let's get into the inks. So let's start off with the most fun one. Shake it up. So this is the so you can really get like the thick gold kind of overlay or just some sparkles and some thinner gold in there. So next up, let's do Quink. Okay, so here's Quink. You can see it's a very dark color, but then if we dilute it enough, it dries very differently. So let's just show all the different colors here. It's best to use this kind of Quink on actual watercolor paper because you can see this already sank in and won't feather out. Or on just generally thicker paper. This paper is kind of medium. But we can see it when it dries. You probably won't be able to see the difference right now. Okay, next up we have this specialty ink. So let's try that. Looks magical. Okay. So you can see it's kind of thick as well, but you can probably get a thinner coat of it as well. Just like a little overlay. And then we have all the drawing inks. I'm actually not gonna swatch all of them because I mainly use the black one, so I'll just show you the black one. They don't really have any cool properties and they're not like super vibrant either, so I don't think there's any point in showing you all of them. So here's the black one. As you can see, it sinks into this paper really quickly, and you can of course dilute it with water to get a lighter shade. So that's what it looks like. There it is. So while we are waiting for this to dry, I thought I would show you some of my old Inktober pieces. That should be somewhere here. And look at all my old Inktovers. So, okay. So this was 2017, as you can tell. I never finished this, just in case if you're wondering. And here you can see I use some of the glitter ones here. I used to have a bottle of this one in silver, so that's what this is. But I mainly use the drawing ink here to get the tone. Here you can see the gold really playing, and this is 2 years old and still very vibrant. And the pen here is actually the Zig pen, and I use the brush pen on this with some brown ink here. And this was the manga pen with some markers. Here it was, I think it was markers and another pen. I think at this point I was also using some quills, so that was kind of fun. Here's some more gold paints. Some of this art is not very good and it's been a while. Yeah, here's more Inktober, and you can see I just used a little bit of gold there, and that's all the drawing inks. So these guys, yeah, this is all drawing ink as well. Here I did a little comic in the manga pen, and here was the red ink, so it's this one. Here you can see it a little bit better. And this is one of my favorite pieces that I did during that Inktober. And this is all quink, so that's what the quink can dry as. This paper handled water pretty well, so it actually was really nice, and you can see the gold glitter. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Here I just used some regular pens. I'm not a huge fan of this piece. This is quink as well, actually. So you can tell I kind of overlaid it a lot and let it really spread out. So that's why you can see the yellows here. Here, that is this ink here. So that's what it dries as. But I think I had some black underneath it as well. Here is some of the drawing ink again. So there it is. Yeah, here is just, I think, just a mangaka pen with some markers. Here we have some more of the drawing ink, so I used a lot of that. Here I think I used some little bit of watercolors and just the black ink. And then this is all done with the silver ink that I used to have. Here, this is done with just the drawing inks as well. So is this. I don't even know what this is. Here it was, oh yeah, I had to start wearing glasses at that point, and I think this is just a regular pen, it's not even an inking pen. This is with the Zig pen. And this is now finished, day 23. Yeah, day 23, that's when I failed in this challenge. But yeah. I think you can do a lot of with these inks, and you probably don't even need all of them. You could probably do with like 1 or 2 of these pens and like a drawing ink, just if you want to do some tone. If you just want to do line art, I highly recommend the mangaka pens. And any other like fine liners that kind of last long, because I found that the mangaka ones do last for quite a while, like doing normal line work. Here you can see that the Quink dried, and you can see the little yellow parts just on the edge there. And here's some sparkles. You can really see those inks working. I think, yeah, they're all dry. So that's what it will look like when it dries. Whatever I can find, I'm going to put a link in the description, probably to Amazon. I probably won't be able to find this ink because it was sold at my college, and I have no idea what it's called. It doesn't have any markings, and it's been like 2 years, so I have no idea about this one, but I can probably find the rest of them if you're interested. These were really cheap. One of my friends who's Swedish said that they actually sell these for super cheap in Sweden, and they're Czech, so if you're in Europe, you might be able to find them for quite cheap. There's nothing special. The bottles are actually also plastic, but just for tone stuff, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of money for Inktober. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're looking forward to Inktober because it is coming soon. And my plans for it are, I'm using the Mostery prompt thing, the prompt list, that's what it's called. And I'm actually, should I show you something? Which I wrote down here, and I'm actually doing a little story throughout the whole thing. I started sketching some stuff already, and I'm probably not gonna record many, if any, progress, just because I do have a lot of work at college at the moment, because it's my final year and I have to make a film. But you know, I'll probably record 1 or 2, and I will definitely show them here on YouTube. I'll do a little tour, and I will also be posting them daily on my Instagram, which is on the screen right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it somewhat helpful if you are still looking for Inktober supplies, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!